Christoph, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Oh, are you kidding? It's a pleasure.
Congratulations on being part of a really wonderful film.
Thank you.
So, passion project of James Cameron, Robert Rodriguez came in to take the reins, a really fascinating story based on the manga series. What drew you to be involved with this project and take on the character of Ida?
Script. It's of course it's an intimidating honor to be called by James Cameron. My little phone, James Cameron, and it's really interesting and not less honorable to be called by Robert Rodriguez. But in the end, in the beginning, it's the story that is supposed to be told. And as the man said, trust the teller, the tale, not the teller. So the tale is where my attention goes. And they sent the script, or rather they sent me to the script because, unfortunately, the internet situation makes it necessary now that they keep the script completely under their control, and so you go there to read it, and they keep an eye on whether you pull out the phone and because people do the craziest stuff.
And it's incredibly ambitious, but immaculately realised in terms of the technology and the effects to bring the story to life. What were some of the challenges, though, of making the film and acting, with Rosa in the role of performance capture, for example?
The challenge is the same challenge as every movie poses. It's, make it happen, as they say, make it perceivable, make it readable, incarnate in the true sense of the word, despite motion capture. It's the person who is there, the person that counts, and the person that acts, reacts, and it's the behavior that makes it understandable. And motion capture or hand-cranked camera, no difference.
Were you very impressed when you saw the finished piece?
Oh, duly impressed, most certainly.
And you've often played bad guys in the past.
Have I?
Thinking of Inglourious Bastards in particular.
Well, that's just one. You just said often.
You have done in the past. How did you connect with this character, kind of almost like a Geppetto style? How did you see this character and the relationship that you have with Alita?
Well, it's sounds like another evasion of an answer, but it's in the script. I don't make up anything. I try to see as much as I can. That's where I'm, in a way, called upon or challenged if I can't. Sometimes it is a challenge. Sometimes something happens that is outside of your horizon. Not everybody sees everything, and sometimes you're just too limited. And I find it even a valuable approach to presuppose that you are limited and the thing that you're reading isn't. Because if you do it the other way around, if you say, I'm so superior and this is stupid, then why bother? Mm. And you will certainly miss the point that way. Mm. So to kind of, scale your hubris down a few notches and say, let me see what I can do to understand. And that's fun. That's interesting because it feels like you exceed yourself. Your own limitation does not become a hindrance and an obstacle, but the actual launching pad. And maybe you can contribute a thought or two to the whole, but that's not really what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to understand what they wanted and then make it happen.
Mm-hmm. And obviously it's set in a futuristic, post-apocalyptic world. But what do you think that some of the themes might be, and what relevance might they have to our current world in terms of thinking of an elite, the Iron City, where people are having to work together to serve that elite, but then there's also a sense of hope.
There you are. Exactly. Well, I think science fiction is perfect to describe our world today, our lives today, because it kind of removes the tail a little bit, and it creates a distance from which it's easier to not only see but to accept. But nevertheless, it's about us today, our world. And so all of these aspects are really, really engaging. And to come back to your first question, that's what immediately drew me into the thing.